Hey, it's your girl Cassie. Here with it's kind of a part two is Dan of my Danny Phantom theory of Dani being from the future and stuff. And you guys might be wondering, why did she come from the future? And yes, and again, I'm gonna call Dani, the girl one, Dani, Stephanie again, so nobody gets confused. So, so I think I know why Stephanie came to the future. Well, I I found a picture. I think you. What if Stephanie uh, mom, aka Sam, had had another baby when after Stephanie turned 12. And I have a picture here to kind of prove it. Oh, great. Seriously? Yeah. Danny and Sam look much older in the future. But what if this is Stephanie's baby brother? And that's when Stephanie thought, oh my, how is my dad gonna teach me how to use ghost powers if if he if he and my mom are taking care of my little brother? And let's just call the little brother, I don't know, DJ, short for um, Danny Jr. Now, now maybe Stephanie thought in the future I need to go to Clocksworth and okay, I need I need to go to the let me just go to the ghost zone and ask Clocksworth if he can send me back to the past so so my father in the past before my mom and dad got married can teach me how to use my ghost powers. And maybe Clocksworth knew what was going on. Maybe Clocksworth met Stephanie in the ghost zone and and said, I can send you to the past. I can send you to the past. And and he that's when he gave Stephanie the amulet. And maybe Clocksworth said, Stephanie, so nobody gets suspicious, you should wear this amulet under your clothes. And Stephanie agreed. And after Stephanie agreed, maybe Stephanie turned into her ghost form and went into the past. And maybe and because how can I say this? I forget which episode it was. You guys can tell me down in the comments. Maybe, just maybe, Clocksworth told Stephanie about another dangerous Haffa, aka Vlad Master slash Plasmius. And now here's where my theory makes total sense. Maybe Clocksworth warned Stephanie about maybe Stephanie just I don't know went into the past wearing the amulet when Clocksworth was telling her about Vlad, and maybe Vlad kidnapped her, and yeah, and remember that line from that certain episode? I forgot which episode it was, where Stephanie said to Vlad, "You are not the boss of me," and she pressed a button to let Dani, Danny, out of that big cloning tank or whatever it's called. And then after Dani got out of it, they high-fived and go ghost and stuff. Right here. Right here. And then they did the same pose. Well, in that same episode, how can I say this? You know the part where Stephanie goes intangible or whatever, comes out of the table at Dani's school, and she sees Dani, and then Sam, when she waves like this, then looks very confused. I forgot which episode it is, so please tell me in the comments. And I don't know. By the way, it's my birthday. That's why I'm doing this theory. So anyway, but you guys might be asking me another question. You guys might be asking me another question. Okay, Cassie, we get it. But why is Stephanie's ghost half so unstable? Don't worry. I'm getting to that part right now. Okay, so here's where I think on how Stephanie's ghost half is so unstable in the past. And, okay, have you ever heard the butterfly effect or whatever it's called? Well, if you did, maybe there being too many half us, half human, half ghost, in the past. Stephanie, Dani, and Vlad. Yep, you heard me correctly. Kind of like the space-time continuum. Instead of her putting a rip in the space-time continuum, her ghost half gets so unstable, knowing that there are too many half-us in the past. And maybe that's the amulet that she's wearing, telling her, Stephanie, you gotta go back to the future. You gotta go back to your own timeline. You got to go back to the future. Maybe that's what the amulet is telling her by making her melt, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but maybe that's why she needs Dani's morph DNA. Because, again, in my last video about this, I said that Stephanie is Dani's daughter. Again, may I remind you that when I heard that line, when Stephanie said to Vlad, "You are not the boss of me," makes sense, right? Anyway, back to Stephanie's ghost half becoming so unstable. said, maybe it's her ghost half telling her, hey, there's too many half-us. There's too many half-us in the past. You have to go back to your own future, your own timeline. But before you actually rip a hole in the space-time continuum. Makes sense, doesn't it? I am so glad I gathered evidence like this. I know the theorizer, off topic for a minute, but I know the theorizer does theory videos too. He gathers information, even more that we need to know. But try to top that, theorizer. Anyway, back on topic. Or maybe it's one of both. Maybe it's the amulet making her ghost half so unstable. Maybe it's both. Her ghost half telling her, hey, there's too many half-us, and the amulet she's wearing underneath her clothes is telling her, hey, stop in your ghost form too much. Again, but in the episode Destabilized, I forgot if it's season 1 or 2 or 3. Please tell me in the comments. But when Dani, Danny, in his ghost form is talking to Valerie, I got something that they said something, and I still heard it today. When Valerie says, why? Because she's your kind, a ghost? And Dani says this in a worried, and at the same time knowing that Stephanie is his daughter from the future, just to protect her, maybe. When Dani says, no, because she's your kind, human. If her ghost half goes, her human half goes along with her. That right there. When Dani says that line, says that to Valerie looks guilty at the same time innocent. I think when Dani says that line, no, because she's your kind, human, and her ghost half goes, her human half goes with it too. Her ghost half disappears, her human half disappears too. Well, what if off screen, maybe he talks with Clocksworth, whatever, and Clocksworth says, Dani, Stephanie